What's up everyone? Day 12 of the 30-day content posting challenge. You would have seen a lot of stuff recently that I've been putting up, and hopefully these videos are getting better and better. I'm learning a lot, so don't be too mean in the comments, but I'd love to hear your feedback down below. Give me some comments of what you'd like to see coming up. If there's any information you'd want, any insights, I need stuff to talk about. I mean, I could talk about stuff for days, but is it going to be of interest to you? Who knows? I would love to know in the comments. Throw us a comment, let me know what you want me to talk about. Now today I was out and about and I just thought it might be a good idea to just give some of the beginner golfers some insight and some tips into where to start when it comes to starting out with golf. In yesterday's video, we talked about, what sort of gear and what sort of equipment you should buy. And I guess the motto there, if you missed that, was don't focus too much on the brands and all the rest of it. Get something that's affordable, get yourself a kit that's got everything that you need to start off with and just enjoy it for a couple of months. Get a feel for the game, get a feel for what those clubs feel like, then look at upgrading. But today, what we're going to talk about is your first few times out in the course, booking yourself a social round, booking yourself on at a public golf course so that you can get a feel for how golf is played. Before you even do any of that though, what I would suggest is if you are really green and really new to golf, spend more time at driving ranges. So there's a lot of great driving ranges out and about. 2025, what a time to be alive. We've got interactive driving ranges literally everywhere all over the world. Go spend some time there. Play some games, play some virtual rounds of golf so you can get a feel for what that feels like. But let me tell you, don't pay too much attention to what those numbers are. If it tells you hitting at 300 meters, just be careful. It's probably boosting it a little bit. But if you are hitting at 300 meters, good on you. But don't take it too seriously. Have some fun. And once you develop a feel for your golf swing and you feel a bit more confident that you sort of have some sort of idea where the ball's going now, you can then start looking at booking yourself in at some public courses. Now, there's plenty of public courses about that are really good value, really friendly, really inviting, and you will have a lot of fun there. You won't have to worry too much about dress code at some of the public golf courses, whereas if you go and sign up to play at a semi-private or a private golf course, you'll have to abide by the rules, and some of the dress codes are pretty strict. So what I would do to not scare anyone off is just go play the public courses to start with, have some fun, just enjoy yourself. You know what, have a drink and relax and just enjoy some time with your mates, having a bit of fun playing golf. Don't worry about the rules for now. There's plenty of time for that. For now, it's just get out there, have some fun. Now, those public golf courses, I'll give you some if you're in Perth, WA. Look, Collier Golf Course is a great place to start. Maylands is another great one. Freo Public is really good. But even if you're super green and never really touched a golf club, playing somewhere like Lake Claremont, where it's just a par 3, very short, you'll have the chance to just get a feel for hitting the golf ball without having the urge of having to smash it, having the urge of having to send the ball 300 meters, because there's not a hole there that's really longer than 140 meters. So you won't have to worry about trying to get the ball that far out there. There's also Melville Golf Centre. They've got a little par 3 course, a really great place to start with your practicing and just to get a feel for the game. I'm a big advocate of making sure that you spend time putting and chipping to start off with. I know that if you're a beginner, you're like, Ruben, I want to go out there and hit driver. Look, there's going to be plenty of time for that and you can harness that power later on down the track. But for now, if you really are serious about getting good at golf, you have to practice your putting, you have to practice your chipping and pitching. It's non-negotiable. There's probably the one area that you really have to focus on. So once you've booked yourself in at a public golf course and you're ready to play with your mates, if you are going to play a format, the format that I would suggest is playing a 4-ball Ambrose. Now, 4-ball Ambrose is where you all tee off one after the other and you take the best ball out of those 4. And you will continue to do this as you play each hole. So every time all 4 players take a shot and you just continue to use the best one. So from there, it's going to make it easier for you guys to get through the course in a timely fashion. You're not going to slow anyone down and you'll be able to keep the game moving, and you'll also get an understanding of how to score and what certain shots should look like when you're playing a round of golf. So pace of play is probably one of the biggest things that you will face when it comes to beginner golf. When you're out there for the very first time, you're not going to have any idea that there's an expectation to get around the golf course between 4 to 4.5 hours. So you can't spend too much time looking for your balls, you can't spend too much time taking practice swings, and you can't spend too much time reading putts and all the rest of it. You have to keep the game moving. So that's why if you're a beginner or if you and a bunch of friends are just starting out, play 4-ball Ambrose. I'll put a link down below that will give you some more information. Play that until you're comfortable, and then start playing just 9-hole round singles, right? So if you're ever scared or nervous, don't be afraid to tell other people, especially if you've been paired up randomly with another person that you don't even know who they are. Just tell them, hey, look, this is my first time playing golf, or one of my first times playing golf. Just be a little bit patient with me. If you can see anything that I'm doing that's wrong, please tell me. And you know what, like I've had that happen to me. I've had heaps of people say that to me when I'm playing with them, and I receive it real well. And I know a lot of people do. They just want to help like I do. I want to help. I want to make sure that you enjoy golf. I want you to play golf for the rest of your life. So last thing I'm going to do is scare you off. And I'm sure that 99% of the people you bump into will be the same. So go out there, have some fun that way, and don't stress too much about the rest. If you really want to clean up your etiquette a little bit and you want to get on the front foot real early and you want to get these things right, being early for your tee time is really important. So make sure you're on the tee box at least 10 minutes prior to you teeing off. So if you're set to tee off at 10 a.m., make sure you're on your tee box at 9:50. You're ready to go. You're waiting for that other group to tee off. Another thing, basic etiquette, which is really, it's probably just a good habit to get into real early. Make sure you always wear a collared shirt. Make sure it's always tucked in. Wear a belt. And just make sure you are neat and presentable. If you are neat and presentable, you'll look the part, and you're actually, to be honest, I know that when I'm dressed real well, I feel like I play better. I don't know. I feel like if you look like a golfer, you're gonna play like a golfer. So a great tip is just always present yourself real well. There's plenty of information you can find out about dress code, but the most basic of it, I've just gone through. Just make sure you've got a polo shirt and it's always tucked in. When you're in the club rooms, it's real good etiquette when you go into the dining areas or inside areas to just take your hat off. There's some clubs where if you don't and the members see you, they'll call you out and you owe them a drink. So be careful, because that can get really expensive. I know from experience. Guys, golf is not that scary. And I know that you might look at the rules and you might see things out there or hear people saying, oh, these slow players, it's not that scary. There's always going to be a small group of people that are going to be complaining and whinging about those same things all the time. But like I said, just make sure you go out there and have some fun. That's probably the most important thing, right? We don't want anyone running away from golf. We want people to enjoy it. So spend your time on the driving range first. Once you get comfortable there, book yourself in at a public golf course, maybe 9 holes to start off with if you're playing individual. If you're playing 18 holes with friends, do the 4-ball Ambrose format so that you guys can have a lot of fun. And then from there, start to just understand and learn the basic etiquette and rules of golf. And I'm here to help you with that. So if you are on this journey, that you are just jumping into golf and you are a beginner, look, I've been around golf a very, very long time now. I can help. So hit that subscribe button. I'll be putting up videos all the time, and lots of this stuff's going to be really targeted and aimed at beginner golfers, because I want you guys to come into golf and stay in golf for a very long time. If you are real serious about getting better and you want to improve, you want to be around like-minded golfers, I want you guys to check out the Golf Collective. They have events on almost every week now. You get an official handicap and everyone there is supportive and helpful. So I'll put the link for them down below. Guys, as usual, thanks for your time. I want you to drop some comments down below. Give me some stuff to talk about. I want to talk about the hard-hitting stuff, the stuff that you guys are searching for every day and you can't find the answers to. Hit me up and I will help you. Right, that sees us out for day 12. I will see you tomorrow for day 13. Peace.